Hello and welcome to another Red Resurrection 1v1, and this is a game where I'm playing against Asylum here on the map Cornered, a recent new addition to the map pool in this mod. Can't remember what countries we're playing, but you'll find out. We're both Soviets, so there you go, that's a good start. And I'm just training up some infantry as usual, going straight for the barracks and then building a refinery. He's gone for more dogs, as that can be fatal if they manage to camp out in front of your barracks. It can really screw you up. But I've built more than enough infantry, at least for that group of dogs. But there are some more going around the back. There is a nice little gem field there. He has garrisoned the top hut there in the middle, so that gives him a little bit of control advantage there for the high ground, which can be powerful later in the game. I'm just continuing to amass conscripts. I guess that's what you do as the Soviets. And kind of thinking about being aggressive here in my building forward, because Asylum definitely likes to do that. Base crawls all over you, and it can be a real pain. Moving out here though, there are a couple of little huts on this high ground here, which has some ore that I will. I'm thinking I'll need to take that ore down there, because I've lost the high ground at the top right now, but there is a hut there that is already garrisoned. Luckily, my number of conscripts will be able to overpower the one guy inside the hut and be able to take it out. Not this one, I don't think, because he's sending up conscripts to reinforce. He has quite a lot of them. Do send some terror drones here to attack the war miner, but that was a lazy click, and of course good old quality pathfinding here means that your units decide to run right past the garrisoned building, so I should have controlled that more carefully. Building a crazy Ivan here to do some bomb shenanigans, but of course your terror drones don't sit still, which is can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Wasn't a great shot there, but sends him away anyway. He does actually send in terror drones to take out my Ivan there, and I think he was going for the other one, but I didn't quite get it. I've got a couple here that I want to go for the war miner, and he is sending a terror drone round as well, so I think he's going to go for my war miner, but in fact he goes for my second crazy Ivan. Seems a little extreme measures, but I guess it helps.
Unit ready. Building. Construction complete.
So here I'm trying to expand my economy. Oh, I'm playing Libya, so that means I do get the. I managed to take out one war miner with the terror drone as well, which is actually pretty cool. But so I am playing Libya, which means that I do get the slave miners, so I can kind of expand to capture the ore pretty easy. And that means I am going to go for the middle top section there with my slave miner. Catch one of his scorchers here off guard. I'm a little cautious for my ops tower as they go down fairly quickly to a bunch of scorchers, but I'm not sure what exactly he was trying to do. We're just having a look around with the Scorcher for any pickoffs there. Managed to push it back.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Yes, I'm trying to harvest the ore in the top there with my slave miner, just so that if he does expand up there successfully, then
Unit ready.
there will be less gems for him to get. That's my plan anyway.
Quiet down, it's HQ. Anybody
Unit
around?
ready.
Bumpy ride.
And he still has a lot of conscripts.
Ready. Da. Quiet down, it's HQ.
I'm putting a flak trooper in the Scorcher there to turn it into rocket mode and then attack the
Unit
hut.
ready. Cannot deploy here. Unit lost.
Well, I'm not sure I can take them all on, but we'll see. Sending them in.
Deploy here.
In a way, just to get them out of the way of the refinery, but managed to take out that hut.
Unit ready.
Who's gonna be our first kill?
And be a bit of a distraction for his conscript hordes there.
That's it for me.
Not going to do much damage, but throw away Scorcher. They're pretty cheap.
Unit ready.
And I got plenty of cash now, thanks to my slave miners largely, because they are harvesting gems up there.
Leave 'em behind.
So I'm going to stop building war miners and start focusing on some units. He has captured the machine shop at some point, but I do manage to turn my slaves into freedom fighters there, give them a gun, fight for their own freedom,
Building.
which is a nice way to get some extra firepower as Libya.
I was looking for a good pounding.
Unit ready.
A couple of hammer tanks here,
Unit ready. Building.
and he's sending all of his troops around the side here, so...
Unit lost.
Ooh, one thing about freedom fighters though is they're all firepower, they go down really easy.
Construction complete. Unit lost.
And that slave miner's pretty dead, but did the emergency repair on it anyway. Meanwhile, while he's distracted though, I can attack around the
Lost.
around the
Unit
side.
ready.
Order received. Ore processors working. Hammer, leave 'em behind.
Unit ready.
Leave 'em behind.
Because I guess he doesn't have too much here now.
Ready.
Oh,
Unit
I think he did just take out one of my hammer tanks actually, but
lost. Unit ready.
can do some damage here, particularly to his war miners.
Promoted.
Managed to take out one.
Lost. Unit ready.
At least be a bit of a nuisance, but all my hammers there are going to get taken out.
Unit lost.
Not too big of a deal.
Building.
His troops are still on the top there though, quite a lot of infantry, and he's playing as Russia, so he has the commissars, which buff surrounding infantry's
Ready.
armour and speed. So they run a bit faster and they take a few more hits to die.
Unit ready.
Infantry, go down quick. Over
Select
here, guys.
target. Unit
Oh,
ready.
that was a bad
Construction complete.
liberation because I only got 4 freedom fighters, so pretty pointless. But decide not to engage those
Miner under attack.
Tesla troopers and try and run through.
Unit lost. Select.
Well, I managed to use the emergency repair to like fend off the terror drones for a while, but one manages to stay in. And that's a bit
Unit lost.
of a pointless attack there. And he does manage to take out my slave miner in the bottom
Quiet down, it's HQ.
left as well.
Bumpy ride.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
And he sends in a few of his infantry to die there, which is nice.
Unit lost. Building.
And I am
Ready.
crawling forward there with my barracks.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
I don't think I'm going to get the Tesla reactor, but
Building.
forces him to pull back his units.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Building.
Continuing to creep forward.
Unit ready. Unit lost. New rally point established.
Be a bit of a pain.
Unit promoted.
Gonna be our first.
Unit
Got another slave miner out. He's going to take out that barracks, but they're cheap. It's fine. I can build more. Plenty more where that came from. And loads of infantry coming around the back here.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
But let's see.
Our base is under
He's going to probably take out my infantry bunch there. but I did make some freedom fighters while I continued to push in. He did build a Buratino, which I managed to take out, which is quite good that I did, because they're good artillery and anti-infantry, so he probably would have shut down my forces pretty easy if he'd managed to build up a few of those. Apparently I totally obliterated those infantry in the back there.
Unit lost. New rally point established. Unit lost. Unit ready.
He's pushed me back for now, and there's a couple of annoying scorchers blocking my refinery, which is on like 1 HP, so
Unit ready.
here we go. Harvesting again. There's a few freed slayers there, but
Unit ready.
they're pretty worthless, so I'll leave them alone. Let them have their freedom.
Building. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
And he's got a lot of cyborgs, and they're pretty deadly.
Construction complete.
So I may have to be careful and see what happens.
Unit ready. Building.
It's definitely going to be able to push those guys back. The commissars don't actually buff cyborgs though, so
Unit ready.
there's a little bit of a trade-off. If you turn all your basic infantry into cyborgs, you're going to, make your
Unit lost.
commissars invalid. I'm trying to expand up here,
Unit lost.
although I'm not entirely sure why. And he's already got Psy-Corps troopers as well, so he's on T4. He's decided to tech up real quick.
Ready. New rally point established.
At least for this mod, T4 in 11 minutes. That's
Cannot deploy.
that's a good time.
Unit lost.
I'm still on T2 even,
Unit lost.
but I've got a two-pronged attack here.
Unit lost.
And managed to take out this barracks and also take out the war miner.
Lost.
Got some units around the back. He has mind control the Scorcher there, but I do take out the refinery, which is was also had some ore in it, so it does spill out and he loses the money that was in that refinery.
Unit.
He's going to clean up those forces though with the cyborgs.
Unit lost. Unit.
But there's more units at the front,
Unit lost.
and I'm not sure what he has to deal with all this.
Lost.
What is that? It's another Buratino who's trying to get out. Which, if he could, it would again be a pretty good
Unit promoted.
counter to what I'm doing.
Unit promoted. Unit ready. Unit.
And whoa, he actually uses a Hind Strike, which is a T4 ability for
Unit
Russia.
lost.
Calls in 4 Hinds that fire these
Unit ready. Building.
flame missiles that kind of they hit whatever's in the area, including friendly units. But it hit most of mine and killed all my forces there. So pretty cool use of that. Another liberation there. Got quite a few freedom fighters out of that.
Unit ready.
But he's got a lot of troops here. I did manage to put some flak troopers in those bunkers though, which are great against
Unit
vehicles and
ready.
also cyborgs, because they have sort of light
Building.
vehicle armor pretty much.
Unit ready.
And
Unit ready.
what I'm going to try and do, I think I'm planning to attack that cybernetics facility. Cybernetics core that he has, which turns his allows him to turn his infantry into cyborgs. I want to stop that because he's using it pretty well here.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building.
Not entirely sure why I'm building flak cannons, but I guess just in case he decides to switch to air.
Unit ready. New construction options. Building.
Comrade, order
I'm managing to build back up though after losing those 2 armies, and he hasn't really done any counter-attack. So I'm trying to
Unit lost.
break through these walls here to attack the Cybernetics core, but he's pulled his army back, so I'm pushing in once again.
Unit.
Does have Volkov,
Unit lost.
but get overran by groups of infantry, and now come Shitskoy as well.
Unit ready. Unit.
But I think even Shitskoy is going to die to
Unit.
a whole load of infantry.
Training. Unit.
Heroes in this mod are definitely better with support units. They're powerful, but they're not one-man armies. We've got more basic units there. I'm on T3, I just noticed, so I'm building an industrial plant, and probably should be going for a death hand as well, as I am Libya.
Unit ready.
There it goes, click on one of those.
Select target.
Juicy death hands, good on a nice tight map like this.
Ready. Repairing.
There's a couple of mind control hammers there still.
Unit lost.
Guess I'm going to try and really cheekily flank his army there.
Unit
Not sure if that one works or not,
Unit lost.
because he is moving into the middle.
Unit lost. Unit
Am I going
ready.
to... Oh my
Unit lost.
Scorch has actually got in, and his Cybernex core still unwalled. I'm just like flooding units in now, trying to be a pest.
Unit lost. Training.
His army is well and truly in the middle of the map. I can see looking at the radar, and that Cybernex core is going to go down. He's kind of just left his base
Unit
exposed there, and I'd say this is probably a game that's winding down a bit, but he does still have a pretty big army there of cyborgs. He's just being a little indecisive, I'd say.
Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit ready. Unit
And another hind strike, but
our base
not
is
much sure. My troops weren't really clustered together there.
Unit lost.
Did just place the death hand as well. His war miners are rushing into my base. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not.
Unit ready.
Maybe a last-ditch effort.
Fighting for Mother Russia.
Our
Got
base
some grinders here.
Our base is under attack.
Going to try and finish off that refinery.
Unit promoted.
And I think he just lost all his miners actually in my base. Yeah, I guess that's why he says
Unit lost.
what the, because all his miners passed through my base.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
And I can hear the grinders still across the map, just like
Construction
destroying his refineries here. Not sure what his economy's like, but probably not good anymore.
select target.
Oh, I just
Our base
managed to
is
get a
under
death
attack.
hand ready
Unit
as well,
promoted.
which I think it killed a... not sure if it released anything, killed a Psychor Trooper, which is
Ore miner under attack.
good. He's got a lot of cyborgs
Unit
still.
lost. Unit promoted.
I don't have really anything in that direction, so to pull some forces back.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
What should I do?
Unit ready.
I'm gonna try and kill Volkov with those grinders,
Ore miner under attack.
Good place to mine.
while the cyborgs still continue to push.
Unit
Well, they take
ready.
down that war miner in seconds, and the hammer tank.
Construction complete.
They're walking tanks themselves. They take out my T2.
Cannot deploy here.
Managed to place down the bunker.
Unit promoted. Unit
And I think this is probably it, because I have a lot of infantry.
Unit lost. Unit
Can't even fire my death hand here, actually. I'm not
Unit
entirely
ready.
sure why. Maybe it was just out of range or something.
Unit
But,
promoted. Training. Unit
he's
ready.
pretty much dead. He just lost his army there, so I think that's GG from Asylum.